I want to define a couple of more terms. I think I didn't define some of the most important terms when we talk about kinship systems, um, which are really, really important to understand. So let's just go over a couple of these terms. First, I want to talk about the idea of monogamy. Now, we have in America basically an idea. We have a monogamous system, which means it's one. It's people get married or live with one particular partner and not more than one. Um, Now, we're talking about right now a traditional, although things are changing in society. But just to make it easy, we're talking about a husband and a wife. That would be one husband, one wife, one man, one woman. Now, I know that's been thrown out of from the legal system with the not with the Supreme Court throwing that law out of. But this right now, we'll get to the other ideas in a little bit later. We can have the idea of polygamy. Now, polygamy means that you can have more than one spouse. Usually, men having more than one wife. Well, actually, polygamy means a man having more than one wife. This is not very uncommon. It was a practice within the Mormon Church, which made a big problem for the Mormons when they first became a major church, and they were and American society did not accept that. It's a practice amongst traditional Muslim societies. It was once a practice, although not very common, in traditional Jewish societies over 1,000 years ago. But there are also societies where a woman can have more than one husband, and that would be not quite as common today. Actually, what we have in America is what we have serial monogamy, which not everybody obviously, but if a man or a woman decide that they don't want to be with their spouse, then they need to get divorced and marry somebody else. So it's not like you have to. Once you're married, you must stay with that one partner till death do us die, even though that's very often part of the marriage ceremony. Now, within this system, of course, a kinship system can be defined as patriarchal or matriarchal. Patriarchal meaning where the power is in the elder male part of the system. Matriarchal is the power is held with the eldest female of the system. And besides that patriarchy and matriarchy, there's also a question of how the families are defined one after the other. So if a family is defined as going from father to son to father to son, it's a patriarchal society. If it's defined as mother to daughter, it's a matriarchal society. Many societies actually have both, and it would be a bilateral kinship process. So that's an important idea. An additional possibility, a piece which I mentioned in the characteristics of a kinship is, where do people live? Do they live in a matrilocal system or a patrilocal system? In other words, do they move in with the mother's family, or do they move in with the father's family? So these are important aspects and important ideas that we need to have also when we're talking about the characteristics of a kinship system.